Hello, Gary here from Pathways Homestead, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about a chainsaw. We're going to talk about a little bit of maintenance and tools you need, but also how to sharpen a chain, and that is been requested. Arizona Highland Homestead, Nick and Chuck with Life with Chuck and Blenda. They have both asked for a video on how to sharpen a chain, so that will be included in today's video. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to sharpen the chain. They make all kinds of gadgets for sharpening chains, but I just like the right sized file and a good handle. I've done it without handles. I've carried chains or files a lot without handles. I've used a corn cob for a handle. I've used a piece of wood that I drill a little hole in for a handle. I've used several things for a handle, but I just have this handle and I like them. They're good. It's good to have a good handle. They're not expensive. And so I've got this file. It's the file for my 3/8 chain. And when you get your chain, get the right file for it, or right size file for your chain. Chainsaw places should be able to help you with that. But the first thing we're going to do is I've got the pull cord towards me, the bar away from me. I'm going to sharpen the teeth that run this way. I'm going to sharpen these teeth. And I just set the angle. Okay. You can see the tips on these are just a little bit rounded. Not much, just a little bit. And so we're going to just sharpen these, keeping the same angle that's there.
Now, are you twisting or rolling that?
Nope, I'm just pushing it through. I'm just pushing it through. Now, when I come back after it's not in there, I will roll it so I'm using a different part of the teeth. See?
Oh, I see.
But when I'm pushing through, I'm just pushing. And then I go, I'll move my...
So you skip a tooth.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do skip a tooth, I guess. I'm sharpening only the ones that are this angle, that are this direction.
Gotcha.
So I'm skipping that one. And I just keep it, I try to about the same amount of strokes, but pretty much I'm just looking until that tooth looks sharp. And then I do the next one, keeping the same angle, not changing the angle of the tooth. And sometimes that little mark on the back of the saw helps you. Back of the tooth, there's a little angle mark there. Sometimes that's not there. Depends on this chain. Yep. See, that one's real dull. Can you see? I hit a piece of wire with that. See, the tooth's rounded. So it's taking more strokes on this one because that tooth was bad. And see, I've got that tooth sharp again. See how it's sharp across there? I am just pushing that file back into the round part where it fits. That's the reason it's important you use the right size file where it fits that cutting tooth. And now I'm going to roll my chain back a little bit. I can see what's been filed and what hasn't. That's how I know when I've gone all the way around my chain.
Do you want me to turn it off for a minute till you get ready to turn it? Okay.
Alright, so I've sharpened all my teeth from this direction. Now I'm going to turn my saw. And Cindy's probably going to have to come around the other side, but I'm going to turn my saw like this. and then I'm over the top of it, and that allows me to sharpen from the other direction. Same tooth, same motion, pretty much the same for me. I've just turned my saw differently. You can see now the pull cord is away from me, and I have turned around and faced the other direction, and my tip of my bar is still away from me, and I'm going to sharpen just like I was. I'm just sharpening the teeth that cut from the other direction. It's important that they're all about the same angle. The angle is the biggest importance here. It's not important enough that just a little wobble is going to mess it up, but much of a difference will. Also, when you are using a file like this, they will get full pretty quick, the little cutting teeth on the file. So occasionally I tap it either on the bar or the tailgate of the pickup, and I'll sometimes wipe it on my jeans backwards, drag it against your jeans instead of pushing it, and that helps clean the teeth out. They make a fancy tool for that. I use my blue jeans. And we're just doing the same thing here, making sure we're keeping the angle the same, pushing until that tooth is good and sharp. Always push with a file. It's hard on it to drag. It's hard on the file and hard on what you're sharpening. The teeth on a file are made to push. They make some guides to kind of keep you at the right angle for files. I've never had a lot of success using those, but I've known people that swore by those. And if you think that'll work better for you, you can try one out. I'm going to tell you that the more you do this, the easier it will be. It's kind of a learned, almost a muscle memory thing. And I've sharpened a few chainsaws. Like a whole bunch. And so, see that tooth right there? It's really clipped off at the end. That tooth right there has got a little clipped off corner, a rounded corner. We're going to sharpen it till it's good and sharp. See now? It's got a sharp corner. See that?
Yeah.
That is your basic sharpening a saw. If you get way down here and you've sharpened it way back, eventually you're going to have these breaking off. Also, this tooth is angled down, so the farther back you get, the higher these raker teeth are going to be. I have taken and filed the raker teeth down, but pretty much by the time you start to get back in there, your teeth are weak and you're going to start breaking them off, especially if you got a pretty powerful saw. But that is how you sharpen a chainsaw. It's pretty simple. Try it. Don't try it once and not get it right and quit. Try it several times. It's kind of a learned thing. It's something you have to kind of get used to and teach yourself. So try it several times before you give up on it. I've always sharpened my chains on the bar. I don't know of a good way to hold a chain and sharpen it not on the bar with a file. Now if you have a big stone sharpener, that's made for that. They've got a track on them. You take the chain off. But that's this is kind of how you sharpen it with a file. I've sharpened them on stumps. I've sharpened them on logs. I've sharpened them on the end of the tractor bucket. A good stable place to set this saw where you can hold on to it and keep it still. That's important. Good files. A file will wear out, and I've worn out many files. If they get really rusty, they don't not sharp anymore. So it's important that you have a good file. I like a good handle. You don't have to have one, but I like one. Put it on a place where you can hold the saw still. Tailgate of a pickup is amazingly perfect for that. So that's how you sharpen a chainsaw. Kind of showed you some of the maintenance. Remember, guys, be very careful with your chainsaws. They are a dangerous tool. They are a good tool, but they are dangerous. So I encourage you to be careful and to make the most of your time by sharpening your saws and not running dull chains. And it makes the most of your tools too. So remember that God made you special and He loves you very much. We'll see you later.